Connecting. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, here we go. That's better.
Perfect. How you doing, bro? You alright?
Yes, how you doing?
Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much. Because
So how was your mentality going into the fight though?
there's no way I was like. The thing is, what people, although like people look at media and think different, you know, like I don't get a lot of publicity. I don't get a lot of like media and like Chris, it's like he had his own media team following him for the whole 9 weeks, you know,
Yeah,
like a lot of hype people around him and stuff like that. And
yeah,
me and my team, we decided no promos. We just focus on ourselves. We focus on ourselves. In October, when I called him out,
yeah,
I wouldn't have called him out if I didn't think I could beat him.
yeah, 100%.
So the minute, tell you something, I got the phone call for the fight with Chris the
Yeah.
day I was allowed out after having COVID. I had COVID in January.
Oh,
I was rough for about a week, and obviously you had to isolate for 10 days. On the
yeah,
10th day, like when I was allowed out, the first thing I did was went for a run because Lee and called me and said, "Will you fight Chris Kongo in 6 weeks?" Straight
yeah,
after COVID, and I said yes. And then
yeah. That's
obviously we had
crazy.
the three extra weeks, 3 extra weeks on top, which helped. But yeah,
Yeah,
I always knew I could beat him. Like I always knew I could beat him. Like I think he said in one of his interviews that I sparred him 4 years ago and then I didn't come back for the next day.
yeah, yeah.
Now it was only like I'm putting like things straight now. Like it was never planned on doing more than one spar with him. I was training
Okay.
for my first title fight, and
Yeah,
so it was just like a one-off. We went to Miguel's in London, and
yeah,
we had and to be fair, him doing 10 rounds when he had only had two pro fights is impressive, you know. But
mm,
I got the better of the spar, right? And the reason I didn't come back, the
yeah,
reason I didn't come back is because I was fighting Ryan Martin, who was shorter than me. I wasn't fighting Peter Crouch.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Talk.
know what I mean? Like it wasn't
Yeah,
because I took an idol off him or whatever people want to think. Like, but I think don't need to do any more talking. I've done what I've had to do, and I've moved
yeah,
on. You know, like Chris,
definitely.
deep down, Chris is a genuine guy. I know that.
Mm,
He's a great person and is a great champion. The way
mm,
he came across in media leading up to the whole fight was not him. Like he played the villain in the whole build up. People were saying like I came across really
mm.
respectful and he came across quite arrogant.
Yeah,
But um but it's over. I've got a lot of respect for Chris Congo. He gave me my opportunity when nobody would.
yeah,
And
definitely.
I took it with both hands, you know.
Yeah. What was you thinking during the fight? Did you think it was close?
Not really. I started quick, so I won the first 3 rounds and the 10-8 round. And then the middle rounds, so like rounds maybe 4 or 5 to probably round 7,
Yeah,
they were quite close. And he wasn't doing a lot. He was just touching my guard, whereas I was doing the more eye catching shots.
yeah,
But like,
definitely.
but not a lot of were happening. So either way, you could either score them for either of us, like, and none of us would moan. You know,
Mm,
looking back at it, and then obviously I finished strong. But
mm,
looking back at it, I scored it 7 rounds to me, two to him, and one even. But you wouldn't. Like,
definitely.
I spoke to a judge afterwards,
Yeah,
and he said there was no denying who won the fight. You definitely won the fight, Mike. But the middle rounds were very close.
yeah,
But
definitely. I feel that as well.
as long as
To be
I
honest.
as long
Yeah,
as I started quick and finished quick, that's all that matters.
yeah, I know, man. Your power as well. Obviously, a lot of people, including myself, obviously said you don't have much power that your resume suggested. But obviously, in the last couple fight, you dropped your opponents. You know.
I've dropped
Um.
5 of my last 6 opponents,
Yeah. There you go.
and
So
my last 3 opponents have a combined record of 42-0, and
yeah,
all of them got dropped in round one.
yeah, that's crazy.
So
So
people look on
yeah,
BoxRec and that's what they study. Oh, I've
yeah,
stopped 2 people. People need to actually study the fighters themselves because every fight I have, like Chris's last 5 opponents, they had a combined record of 117 losses between them.
that's
My,
true. Yeah.
my last 6 opponents have a combined record of 83 wins and 4 losses. So, but like now I've done it on the big stage. I'm getting a lot of credit and a lot of recognition. Like I've got the best record in the UK just because I've
100%.
got like of 2 knockouts. People look into that. Like people are going to look into that. This is knockout season now. If you
Yeah,
look at like when we was having like we was trading shots together, which didn't happen a lot.
yeah,
I was coming off better. He was feeling my
definitely.
shots more than I was feeling his. So people will come unstuck in the future, and I will knock people out 100%. I've got a great
Yeah,
team around me. Like I started quick, dropped him early, won the next
mm,
couple, but then it turned into a chess match, and
yeah,
I done like I listened to my corner. My dad's a great cornerman. He's a great trainer, and we had a great game plan. So I just
yeah,
boxed completely to instruction.
yeah, definitely. What surprised me a lot was your boxing ability, to be honest, because I knew Chris could box as well, you know, and I just thought that maybe he had a bit more in his maybe attributes, you know, like power and that he may be able to stop you, but you had a very good game plan. Like you said, full credit to your dad and you know.
Yeah,
That was
I,
crazy.
I,
Yeah, good.
I was actually impressed with Chris's boxing, like his ring IQ.
Yeah,
Like because he was being smart. He was trying to nick rounds by not doing anything, like by like touching my arm and stuff like that. Because when no one's doing anything, people look, oh, at least he's been touching the other guy. Do you know what I mean? He was trying to nick
yeah,
rounds like that. I was impressed with his ring IQ, but Chris, he he like people say, he punches harder than me.
yeah,
He's what 5 inches taller than me. He's got a
yeah,
longer reach than me. He's got a better pedigree than me. He's got more hype than me.
yeah,
Every poll that I see leading up to the fight backed him to win. The bookies backed him to win.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But he still got outboxed by the fox. You know, he did.
Yeah, that was amazing, man. I like the way you didn't stay in one place as well to let him set, you know, on his
Yeah.
shots and that.
There was a
That was
couple of
very
times
smart.
in the fight. There was a couple of times in the fight where he got into a rhythm. It didn't
Yeah,
last, but when he was getting into the rhythm, like the in and out, he was looking good. So in my
yeah,
corner, especially for the last half of the fight, all I
yeah,
could hear was my dad. Don't let him stay in his rhythm. Don't let him stay
yeah.
in his rhythm. And like I didn't. I managed like to keep him out of his rhythm, and it was all right. But Chris is a good fighter, man, and that's why I'm getting a lot
100%.
of credit now. I'm getting a lot of recognition in the boxing world. Tell you what, I went from 8,000 followers to 15,500 followers in 5 days.
It's crazy when you take risks like that. You deserve it, you know, because it was a genuine 50-50 fight, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So when you take these risks, you're definitely gonna get the recognition for it, man.
yeah. But you look at my record, it's probably my seventh 50-50 I've taken. It's
Yeah,
Chris's second, you know? Like,
yeah, yeah,
and stuff like that. Like, people
yeah.
saying, hey, Marku KOs me in 3 rounds. Right. Uh,
No, I don't
I'm,
know,
I'm,
man.
I'm not being funny. Like fair
Yeah,
play to Marco, he's very
yeah,
popular. He's got a great fan base, and he looked good on his last fight. But he's
yeah.
still a 9 fight novice.
Of course.
I've proven, you know, like
Mhm.
I've proven, and like beating Chris Kongo puts me at the top of the tree.
Definitely,
It
man.
does.
Obviously,
But
domestically.
so 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 yeah,
But what was I
we're
gonna
just
say? You mentioned that your career's gonna start on this Saturday. Remember last week. So
yeah.
now what are we gonna look forward to? What are you planning to do next? There's so
Uh
many options.
there's yeah. So
I'm sure you
I
ain't even thought about it yet, but
I,
I
I
have to
have.
ask you, you know?
That's
Yeah.
all I've thought about. Straight away, I've messaged my manager Lee and like, what's next? What's next? Because I know my life's catapulted now from Saturday. So Lee and just like my management team are just telling me like sit tight for a couple of weeks and then we'll have a chat.
Okay.
But
But yeah, what do you think MTK are gonna do? Because they can make any like they're making the best fights out there, man. Like this year, just taking
yeah,
over boxing.
I
What do you want to do in your mind?
I believe because I've built my record out. I haven't really got a lot out of boxing yet financially.
Yeah,
Um, so I just want to think more like as a business rather like what's going to benefit me
yeah,
financially, going to benefit me. So if it benefits me financially, or if it pushes my career on even further, that's all I think. That's all I think about at the moment.
course.
I don't like. I know there's guys like that do want to fight me and calling me out, but if
Mm,
I'm getting paid less than I did against Congo, I'm not going to go
yeah.
for it. Or if do you know what I mean? Like Sam Antwi has called me out. Fair play to Sam Antwi, the English champion. Now it
Mm,
is a step back from Congo, but he deserves credit, Sam Antwi, because
yeah,
he's just announced himself into the top 10 with like an English title win. But I see the Sam Antwi fight as it's not going to generate me as much money as what I've fought against Chris Congo,
of
and
course,
I'm
yeah.
ambitious. Like I'm 27 in 2 weeks. Like
Yeah,
I want to make my moves now in boxing.
of
So,
course.
so my management team, I just do as I'm told by MTK. They know what I want and they know what's best for me. So I'll just be patient for the next couple of weeks and then I'll have a chat with them.
Yeah. Another thing was I was going to mention, you see Eddie Hearn, is it winner stays on now in
Yeah,
terms of,
yeah,
in
he
terms
said
of that?
that. Eddie's said it's winner stays on. He's been posting pictures of me, retweeting all my stuff.
Yeah,
So I think he likes me. So that could be a
that's
possibility.
good.
We'll just see. Like
Of course, man.
I can't wait for if I get like the opportunity again to do it with my Portsmouth supporters there, because
Yeah.
honestly, Eddie would love my Portsmouth supporters.
Definitely. You came from a small city and done them proud, man. Honestly.
Yeah, well, I had a phone call off the Portsmouth News, like local newspaper, the morning after, and I could feel when I was over in Gibraltar the attention and the love I was receiving. It was
Yeah.
mad, and when I spoke to him on the phone, they was like, Mike, like you don't realise like how big this was for a city. Like the people of Portsmouth ain't been this excited and
Mm,
interested in something since Portsmouth won the FA Cup in 2008.
mm,
Like
mm.
when I like heard that, I was like, wow, like it is big for my city, you know.
Definitely, bro. Yeah.
Like it's crazy. I come from like a small fighting city. We got good talent there, but nobody's had that big breakthrough from the city in a while, in a good
Yeah.
like 15 years now. So
Yeah.
um, so yeah, like the future's big. The future's very big.
Definitely, man. I gotta give a lot of credit to your dad as well, man. I think he did a great job in the corner. I was listening to his instructions as well, and he was keeping you level headed. He was making sure the fight wasn't close as well, and
Yeah,
he's still getting you to do what you have to do. So that was impressive, man.
yeah. He's a great trainer. Like my younger brother's fighting for the English lightweight title in 2 months, and like
Okay,
Lucas Ballingal. So keep an eye out for him. He's a very, very special fighter, and I think you'll believe me now. You know,
I believe you now.
like
Trust me.
no, like Lucas is very good. He's been the mandatory for a long time. It's just about him getting his opportunities. Um,
Yeah.
so he's fighting for the English title in May, and obviously Ellis Booth, she's going
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
having a debut soon. Um,
Okay.
and we've got a couple of other people in the gym, like a super lightweight Matt King, who had his debut like on the away side last week, as
Okay.
well as my best mate Harley Odgits, who's going to
Mm.
be super welterweight. We've Connor Redney as well. Like we've got a good crop of talent coming through, and I'm like paving way for the team. You know, me getting my bit of
Mm.
success and me getting notice, it really helps my
Mm.
team out as well. So yeah, like it's a big year.
Mm.
Like my dad's a great trainer. He's also a
Yeah,
good manager.
definitely.
He's also a good manager for getting his fighters opportunities in these times. Like he doesn't manage me, but he manages the rest of the team and that, and they're all getting opportunities.
Definitely, man. So what are you planning to do next, though, in terms of like opponents? Are you looking to step it up still, or you just gonna, take it more as experience?
Yeah, like I'm. Everyone knows me. I just want to challenge myself even harder each fight because I'm improving as a fighter each time. I'm developing
Yeah,
as a fighter, and I'm really ambitious. Like the world's my oyster. Like in next month's WBO rankings, I'm going to be in the top 5 in the world.
definitely.
That's one step closer
That's
to
crazy,
Crawford.
man.
So you
Yeah,
think about Crawford, he's number one. Mikey's going to be top 5. It ain't
yeah,
actually that far with a couple
yeah,
of
definitely.
eliminators and a couple like stuff like that. So I want
Yeah.
big names only. Big names only. Big money only, and then we can
You
talk.
know what? One opponent that comes to mind, I was thinking about it yesterday. Would you fight Josh Kelly?
100%.
You reckon that would be a good fight?
That'd be a very good fight. He's very, very skillful. He's very talented. Like in the build up to this,
Yeah,
I said Josh Kelly's the most talented 147 fighter.
yeah,
Chris Kongo's the most dangerous 147 fighter. I'm
yeah,
the best. I'm the best 147 fighter,
yeah.
and I will keep proving that to people.
100%, man. I can't wait to see you in there next, man. Would you give Kongo a rematch though?
I would, but what would be in it for me? Like
That's true.
I
Yeah,
won the fight clear. Like
yeah,
although
yeah,
there
yeah,
was the tight rounds in between,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
there was no arguments with who won, and like he had no excuses and things like that. So
Yeah.
if I gave him a rematch,
It wouldn't be much
I'd
beneficial
only
to you.
really do it for the right money
Right,
because it wasn't
money. Yeah, I
just
hear that. Definitely,
like
man.
I'm in the driver's seat now, mate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know you're
But
the A side. You
yeah,
deserve it,
I'm the
man.
ex. But you look at it right for
Yeah,
Chris as a domestically. Look how many good fights there is for him. Even if I push on to concentrate on the WBO route, or because I only want big names or the WBO route now.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
you think about in the mix. There's great fighters. Lewis Crocker against Chris Kongo,
yeah,
unbelievable fight that would be.
yeah,
That's what Sam Antwi. He chuck him in the mix because he deserves it. Or Sam Antwi against Marku. Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
God,
That's a
what a
good
fight
fight.
that'll be! Like as a
Yeah,
fan, I would love all these fights to be made. Like obviously,
yeah.
I'd fight all of them, like 100%. But I've
Mm,
just got to listen to my management team and know what's best for me now. But
yeah,
as a fan, unbelievable. There's obviously that Eko Asuman who speaks very
yeah,
well. So an interview of his the other day, thought Congo would beat me as well, but
yeah.
he's
They
fight,
did still.
he's fighting Chris Jenkins. Oh,
Yeah,
if they were supposed to fight, if it gets rescheduled, I'm not sure. But
yeah, yeah.
Chris Jenkins thought I would win, so I don't want to fight him. He
Sick.
can be my mate. But no, but
100%.
as a fan, the welterweight division domestically is unbelievable at the moment. So
Right. Yeah, definitely, man. There was another fighter coming up, Conor Ben versus Samuel Vargas. What do you think of that matchup? I think Conor Ben will beat him, but I don't know. I wanted to get your views on it.
I think the media and everyone around Conor Ben and Conor will portray it as another step up for him, but I don't actually see it as a step up for
Yeah,
him at all. But people will be portrayed in that sense, and like I think Conor Ben can stop him late rounds.
yeah,
I think Conor Ben can stop Vargas. I don't think it's a step up, but
yeah, definitely.
like Conor Ben gets a really tough time from everyone. Like since his debut, from all the other boxers, I was included. I called him out for 4 years. I couldn't get my but
Mm-hmm.
look looking at it, he's improved and took all of the negativity on the chin since his debut.
Yeah,
Everyone seen him improve so much,
yeah,
and proving people wrong each time. So Conor Ben has my respect. Now, all
definitely.
fighters, Marku, Kelly, Kongo, all of them, they all want to call Conor Ben out domestically now, which is all good. Like Conor Ben's the cash cow division, but
Mm.
who deserves the Conor Ben fight more than everyone?
I
I,
think you do. Yeah, I think you
I
do still.
like by far. Will
Yeah,
I get it? Probably not. So for now, I'll just stay respectful to all of them. You know, I'll
yeah,
stay respectful to all of them because sooner or later their time will come.
definitely, man.
You know, I'm the new king of the division. I
Definitely, man.
said to everybody because it was a big event. It was like a big, amazing event. We was put on a yacht. Uh,
Yeah,
Unbelievable pay-per-view, like cameras in our face all week, and everyone was like, "You must be loving it!" Like really high-profile people with us all week and stuff like that. I said, "No, I'm keeping myself to myself this week. I'm not really socialising because I'm not here for the glitz and glamour. I'm here to change my life. Like
Yeah,
without
yeah, 100%.
out of win, I'm just a boy that was fanboying all week, like, and having a
Yeah,
little holiday where I like it means so much more to me, you know. And
yeah,
I
100%, boy.
got my job done. Got a couple of pictures after the fight, but
Yeah,
job done for me now. Like mine and my daughter's
yeah,
life is potentially changing. So
yeah, man. I give you a lot of credit for that, man. Another thing was, how was the pressure, man, of being the underdog and, people writing you off? That give you more motivation, or
I wouldn't be where I am. Like it's not the first time. Like I've been wrote off since my debut. I was never
okay,
I was never supposed to win a title. Like originally, like my first title fight, I was a big underdog. Like
mm,
Sam McNess, I was a big underdog. Like, do you know what I mean? I've been in the underdog the whole time. Nothing was new to me except it was on a bigger scale,
yeah,
and I would see all of the negativity a lot more. You know, what I did for myself is I didn't watch one of Chris Kongo's interviews in the whole build up. I've got
mm,
him on social media, so
mm,
I would be tagged in stuff and stuff like that. I didn't want to unfollow him because that's a sign of weakness,
mm,
right? So I had to see little bits, but I never watched one of his things. Um, when people was bet, like my mates was all like putting bets on me, and I was like, please don't tell me the odds. Don't want to know the odds.
yeah,
I didn't do any promos when Chris was having a promo out every day. It seemed all we
yeah,
done was put the graft in, worked on
mm,
ourselves, focused on ourselves, and we got the job done. You know, I've
mm,
got a lot of self belief, and I've got a lot of belief in my team. So the there was no pressure on my end. All I had to do was focus on myself. You know,
mm,
focus on myself, and that's what it was. All the pressure was on Chris. He was red hot favourite. He was red hot
yeah,
favourite. Everybody was there to watch Chris Congo.
yeah, definitely, I
There was
know.
no pressure on me.
Yeah,
I was just I was just the underdog from Portsmouth there to lose.
yeah, yeah, I know. It's crazy though, man. You done it, man. How do you feel now, man? That you've accomplished that now?
Uh, I feel like I said before, my career started Saturday, so I feel a bit sore. But I'm gonna be back running in a couple of days, and then I'll be back because I know the year's gonna be massive. Like this is the year of Mckinson, and
Yeah,
like my brother's training for an English title fight, and me and my brother live together, so that is motivation for me to carry on focusing and carrying on with my work. So
yeah.
like I'm excited for the future, but I know the hard work starts right now.
Definitely, man. Obviously, I didn't know too much about you before this fight, man.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get to know how your story into boxing came about as well, man. That'll be
Yes.
interesting.
So obviously my dad's a trainer and manager. He manages quite a few fighters and he trains me and stuff like that. So it was like a family business. Like I learned how to box at home from probably 4 or 5 years old, like
Okay,
really early on. And I started first. And you got to be 11 to compete. I competed like the week after my 11th birthday. So like
okay,
as soon as I was old enough, and I was always going to turn pro because I was obviously my dad being a pro trainer. I was training with the local pros from probably 14 years old.
yeah,
So like, and that's how I got the nickname really, because like I was always a problem, like slippery, awkward for like the older guys. So my dad would be call me the problem, and like the other pros in the gym. So as soon as I was old, I turned pro, I think at 19,
yeah,
and it was just that I left school and joined the family business. You know, that's
yeah,
the story. And like as an amateur, I had 43 amateurs and 7 unlicensed before turning pro. I never won one national title.
yeah,
So never won one national title. So I was always the nearly boy over 3 rounds. So like
mm,
the people I've beat as a pro game in the pro games, Ryan Martin, one of the best amateurs my age,
yeah,
right? So he knew well what we knew each other, but he was the top amateur, so he thought it'd be in a walk in the park. Dealt with him
okay,
with ease. Dealt with him with
yeah,
Colin Limes, who was a top amateur, but he was also a top pro. Dealt with him
yeah,
with ease. Sam McNess boxed on GB all over the
yeah,
world. Beat him
yeah,
with ease in his hometown. Um, uh, the Russian Pavko, he was an international amateur and everything. Beat him. that wasn't easy.
Yeah.
When I fought the unbeaten Argentinian, as an amateur, he boxed in the World Series of Boxing, and he was a top amateur Argentinian hopeful. Beat him with ease.
Mm.
Then Chris Kongo, GB boy, I dealt with him. So
Crazy.
each
You
fight
got
I
a
had
good resume.
a very good resume. I've got the best in the UK at 147 pounds, but the best is yet to come. I'm,
Definitely,
I'm
man.
I'm proud of my achievements, but I'm not satisfied yet. I want to add a
Yeah,
couple more zeros to that bank account. Then I'm satisfied.
of course, man. Yeah, man. What else, though, man? What else are you thinking to do now?
Me, uh,
But
I'll
you
just
proved everyone wrong. I'll be honest with you. You proved me wrong as well. And
yeah,
like, to be honest, sometimes I do get them wrong, but like this one, I didn't think I'd get wrong, man.
yeah.
And you proved me wrong.
That's because I've gone under the radar. Like I haven't, although I've done that video, I haven't took it at heart because you're one of a lot of people, and like it's when I look on Twitter in Fight Week and I see all of these fighters, all of these people that are well respected in boxing giving their opinions, and they all said
Yeah,
Congo. Like it's like no different. They all said Congo and stuff like that. So there's a lot of people that are eating their words a little bit now. So it just feels sweet. Like
yeah.
like yeah, all I can say is don't doubt me again. Don't doubt Mckinson again. And
No,
like,
definitely
and
not.
I'm not being funny. Look out for my brother Lucas Ballingal
Yeah.
because he's better than I am.
What weight does he fight at then?
He's fighting for the English lightweight title on May I want to say 21st.
Okay. Has he had any sort of experience in that? How many
Yeah,
fights?
yeah. He was 13-0.
Mm.
He was 13-0. He turned pro at 18. Like we've been a pro the
Okay.
same time. I'm 2 years older than him. And he's 13-0. Then last year in the pandemic, he
Yeah.
um, he went to Russia and fought a Russian and got a Russian decision. He lost, but he shouldn't have lost.
Yeah.
It was over 8 rounds and he won the fight, but it was a
Yeah.
typical.
Russian decision, isn't
The whole show was called Cold Wars, and it was England versus like Russia type thing, and
it?
no one won from England. Like one
Okay.
of them, but it didn't affect his chances of being mandatory for the English. He's still mandatory, and he's just had bad luck. Lucas has because he was supposed to fight for his first title before me. He was
Yeah.
supposed to fight for the Southern Area featherweight title when he was 19.
Okay.
He'd done something to his hand. I think he broke a knuckle or something like that. So that fell through. Then he was supposed to fight Archie Sharp for the
Yeah.
WBO European on a big BT sports show, and Archie Sharp pulled out.
Okay.
And then he was supposed to fight for another Southern Area title, and he broke his thumb. My brother did. So like
Oh no.
he's been a pro same amount of time as me, and he's had to watch me win 4 bouts.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? And like he's the talented one out of the two of us, so
Mm.
it's his time now.
How would you describe his fighting style compared to yours then?
The
You
complete
fight similar.
opposite of mine.
Oh really?
Like
That's
if you watch him spar, he's a
yeah.
beast. He's a beast. Like he's a proper all out, but he can box. He's a very good boxer.
Mm.
He doesn't really box that much when he's sparring. He's a
Yeah.
proper one mode destruction. Like, but he's a very good boxer. He's very talented, and yeah, it's good to be able to have that sibling rivalry and competition because it brings the best out of us both. You know.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Yeah, man. There's not much more I can say, bro.
And then Ellis Booth,
Crazy.
Ellie Booth, Ellis
Yeah.
Booth. She's she'll be having a getting debut news very soon as well, and
Yeah,
she's
I was meant to interview her before you, but what it was is your fight was happening. And I was
yeah.
like, nah, you support McKinson. And I had a bet
Yeah, no,
on
she
Kongo.
told me what it was. She told me at the gym.
Yeah,
I think, was it 2 weeks before the fight, or we like
yeah,
it was
a
towards the end?
week or two.
So what I did was when she's put that video up,
Yeah.
I randomly because I was thinking about it, like, oh, I remember when that guy said that. So I'd already planned in my head to send her that video to put up, and she did that. But yeah, we're a good team, man, and like I think
Yeah.
our team are going to be noticed quite a lot over the next 12 months because it's
Yeah,
not just me, it's not just me.
definitely.
So
What do you
yeah,
think about women's boxing in the whole as well? Do you think it's thriving at the moment as well?
taken over, man. And I'll tell you
Yeah,
what, you got to look back as fight camp last year.
yeah,
On 3 of the 4 fight camps, the women's fight stole the show,
yeah,
and it was the most exciting. Like, and look, so like that's why I'm excited. Like, really, because like there's always a
yeah,
good women's fight at the moment. Eddie
yeah.
Hearn's
It's
always
true.
putting a decent one on, and stuff like that. So women's boxing really
Yeah, it's
take over.
thriving.
Yeah,
Definitely, man. That's true, man. So what's Eddie Hearn telling you at the moment? You definitely going to be on his show again?
yeah. He came into my changing rooms afterwards, and he said, "Winner stays on." He's he posted a picture on his Instagram a couple of days ago of a picture of me
Yeah,
and like how much he loves the picture, and he hashtag winner stays on. So
yeah. That's good.
I'm definitely he's a man of his word and stuff.
Yeah,
So that's
it's
what I'm saying.
crazy.
I don't want to
How
see
much has
that,
your life changed then, like since that victory?
mate.
Obviously, you're not going to see the benefits of it straight away, but
No, it's
obviously,
overwhelming. Like the support I got is like I
yeah,
won't I can't get through all of my messages like at all. Not even half. Um, obviously I've gained a lot of new followers from it. Uh,
yeah,
I went shopping, just done my weekly shop with my brother just before this call. I got
yeah.
stopped loads of times.
Is it?
I'm
Oh,
like a local celebrity at the minute. Like my daughter went into nursery on Monday,
yeah,
and she told people like her daddy's famous now. Like her daddy's a celebrity because her teachers have
oh, that's
told me.
good.
So it's mad. It is mad. But the
Mm, of
this is only the beginning. Like
course.
this, you know.
Yeah, it's
I've got
crazy.
I've got a lot of goals in boxing. I'm very ambitious, so
Mm,
I just want to achieve them, and I want to achieve them before she's watching. Like her mum's on her Instagram, I'm guessing she's actually watching.
mm,
But yeah, I've got a lot of goals in boxing. I want to achieve them by I'm 30.
yeah,
These next few years are the most important years for
mm,
me. Really, like
definitely.
I'm 27 in a couple of weeks. Like, see
Yeah,
where I am at 30.
definitely.
I'd like to be
100%.
retired. I'd like to be fat and rich. But
100%. You'll get there. You'll get there with hard work. I'm sure you will. Is there any other sort of welterweights that you're looking at, like globally, like not like basically domestically? I mean, like worldwide, world level. Would you ever consider taking them on in the future, like likes of Sean Porter or
yeah,
someone like that?
yeah, mate. I'll tell you what. Like when Virgil Ortiz signed a management contract with obviously MTK,
Yeah,
I was posted like, "Get me that fight with Ortiz, Virgil Ortiz," and he's a
really.
savage, isn't he? Yeah,
Yeah, superstar as well. That's going to be a mad fight of stars as well.
yeah. Like I will fight absolutely any one of them. Um,
Mm.
and my management team know that, but it's all about them guiding me in the right way
Yeah,
and doing what's best
100%.
for me. Because now I've got a lot of worth. Now my worth's just doubled last week.
Yeah,
So yeah, we'll just see what's next. Whatever's next is exciting, but just enjoy some chocolate this weekend. It's Easter, and then back to the hard work.
yeah. Definitely, man. I appreciate your time out as well to give me this interview as well, man.
Listen, I'll get a lot of love and a lot of support, but
Yeah,
without the doubters, I'd be nothing. So I thought I'd give you my time because you play a big part in my success, mate.
that's true, man. No, but obviously it's all fun, man. You know,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
boxing's
of
like
course.
that. But I've always got the best interest for you, man.
Yeah, mate.
Definitely, man. You proved me wrong as well.
I'm
So
excited.
I
I'm
respect you.
excited to see your
Yeah.
next prediction on a Micheal Mckinson fight.
Definitely, no,
A
definitely.
lot of my friends, a lot of
Yeah,
like my city earned a lot of money on the weekend. So
yeah, they
I
must have,
don't think
man.
I
I'm
don't
just
think
ashamed I didn't earn something, man.
yeah, like I've got friends that are sending me like screenshots like they've earned nearly 3 grand and that on me.
Yeah,
Like yeah, like
crazy.
They all owe me a drink.
Definitely, man. Thank you, Michael, man. I appreciate your time, man. And we'll
No
catch up
worries,
soon,
mate.
yeah?
Yeah, no worries. Catch you later.
Definitely. Take care,
Bye.
Mike. Yeah.